Hey guys, my name is Tommy. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're starting a brand new series where we discuss one of the strongest things Paizo has produced for the Pathfinder RPG, its lore. We're going to go nation by nation in the Inner Sea region and talk about every single solitary nation, how we can use it in our game, and what makes it great. Now, some of these places have some pretty extensive source material, and we'd be here for hours on end talking about it. So for the time being, we're going to do just brief summaries of the nations of the Inner Sea region and how we can use them in our game. When this series concludes, we may come back and do a little more in-depth analysis, but that's a story for another time. We're going to start with one of my favorite regions in the Inner Sea, Osirion. Osirion holds a special place in my heart. My last Pathfinder game spent most of its time in that nation, and it's a great place to have a lot of fun in. Whether that fun be in the form of closing portals to prevent the ancient Osirian gods from returning to this plane and destroying us all, to dealing with a corrupt pharaoh who's gained Earth-level technology and has given his soldiers biplanes, pyramid aircraft carriers, gnolls with gas masks and gas grenades and flamethrowers. It's all great. Now, like everything else in Pathfinder, most of the things you find on Golarion have an Earth counterpart. Osirion obviously is Egypt. Osirion has been around for a long time, thousands of years before the events of Pathfinder scene and adventure paths and the like. These guys are responsible for the Age of Destiny. Thousands of years ago, you had ancient pharaohs driving slave empires, conquering their neighbors. Osirion used to be a lot bigger than it is now. Today it sits in a corner of Garund, but thousands of years ago, Osirion controlled Thuvia, Rahadum, Katapesh, Geb, all of that vast expanse of empire. Much of Osirion's past is shrouded in mystery, and groups of people called Osirionologists, not unlike Egyptologists on Earth, dedicate their lives to studying Osirion's past, trying to lift the veil on the secrets of these ancient pharaohs. The ancient pharaohs of Osirion's rise to power has been a topic of debate amongst much of Golarion's most notable scholars, and no one really has the answer to how it happened. Some say powerful magic, some say divine blessing, others still say that entities from across the vast depths of space were responsible for coming to Osirion and granting the ancient pharaohs their power. As for how they got their powers, no one knows for sure. You'll just have to crack open a tomb and find out for yourself. Now, there was a time when Osirion was not under Osirionian control. For a time, its neighbors in Qadira had control of Osirion, but present day, Osirion is ruled by the Ruby Prince, Kemet III. So why do we want to go to Osirion? There's plenty of reasons for any character of any alignment to want to hang out here. Biggest of all, in recent events, the Ruby Prince has opened the ancient tombs, pyramids, what have you, of his ancestors to explorers. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't need another reason to bait an adventurer to come hang out in my nation. Go loot my tomb, get the treasure, bring it back to me. I'm not going to do any work, but I'll buy it off you. The city of Sothis, capital of Osirion, is also home to three prominent temples. We've got the Temple of the All-Seeing Eye, the biggest temple of Nethys in the Inner Sea region, the Temple of the Eternal Sun to Serenre, as well as the High Temple of Pharasma. So our religious characters have a lot to do here. Oh yeah, you know that guy Rovagug? One of his spawn, Ulanot, is dead over the capital. It's actually built under the carapace of this giant beetle monster. Hope he doesn't wake up. Feel like being all you can be? The Risen Guard, set up within the city of Sothis, might be the place for you to sign up. And hey, you don't gotta worry about dying. They'll bring you right back. Or maybe they'll leave you in a sarcophagus for thousands of years until the nation needs an army to reestablish its old borders, but hey, just sign here. So what can we expect to run into out here, you ask? Well, Osirion is essentially one giant desert. Everything is wasteland except for the fertile area around the region's Sphinx River. If we're hanging out in the deserts, we can expect to find things like gnolls, elementals, giant scorpions, sandworms, and of course, not unlike any other ancient cursed tomb we might spelunk in our adventuring career, we're bound to find hordes and hordes of undead, from mindless zombies and skeletons to full-on mummy lords, intent on grabbing their power back and taking Osirion for themselves over your dead body. So that's all we have about Osirion for now. It pains me that I can't go into any further detail, but like I said, we'd be here all day. When I get done with this series, the next series will be a more in-depth look at all the regions of the Inner Sea. first we gotta get through them. So you guys know the drill. If you've got anything to add, throw it in the comments, like and subscribe for more videos. My next lore video is out next Friday.